Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's Tuesday, which means that it is meal plan and usually food shop day. If you're new here, my name's Kaylee and this week I'm meal planning for a family of 4. Well, I always meal plan for a family of 4, but you know what I mean. There is myself, my husband, my son Harry who's 6 and my daughter Megan who is 4. And we try and meal plan and shop on as tight a budget as we can. I tend to split some money off at the start of the month. That becomes our food budget money and that is what we spend on food. This month, I've not been the most responsible. Let's keep it real. This month there have been lots of little things that have come up, extra expenses, such as my son started swimming lessons, my daughter started ballet lessons, she needed a ballet uniform, we went to soft play, we've bought other things. I mean, things have just come up and that's okay. So my meal budget is empty and it's not payday until Friday. So I just wanted to share with you what I do on weeks like that, because it's all well and good me coming on every Tuesday and saying, oh, I'm so organised and I've got it all together and this is what we do every single week. But let's keep it real, that's not the case some weeks. There are some weeks when life gets in the way, I can't be bothered or money is tight and we have to do things a different way. So instead of avoiding filming a video this week, I thought I would just sit down and talk to you about what we do in weeks like that. So basically I'm going to get paid on Friday, so the meal money comes out of my wages and that is going to go back into the pot on Friday. So we are definitely going to be doing some shopping over the weekend. I'm not going to lie to you, that is going to happen and that's okay. But up until then, I'm really hoping that we can get by without buying anything. I mean, it's not that we don't have money in the bank account, it's not that we aren't able to go and do shopping right now, it's just that my pot for food is empty and I would rather not pick out of other pots if I don't have to. And I like to be frugal, I see it as like a MasterChef challenge or something and it just makes me happy. So first thing that I do on weeks like this is see what we've already got in, because usually by the time it gets to just before payday, there's things that have accumulated in the freezer or the cupboard from previous weeks when I've planned a meal and we've ended up getting a takeaway, or we just didn't fancy it, or we couldn't be bothered cooking. That happens. Yes, I meal plan, yes we stick to it most of the time. Do we stick to it all the time? Absolutely not. So please never watch these videos and think like, oh, they've got it all together or they're really organised. We're not. We try to be, we plan to be, but we're just not. We're human and sometimes we get takeaway or we'll go and eat out or we'll see something else in the shops and Alistair will come home with it and say, this is what we're having for tea tonight. And you know, things like that happen and it's perfectly okay for things like that to happen. However, this week I am going to try and just feed us on cupboard food or freezer food. So the first thing I did was looked through my cupboards, the fridge, the freezer to see what we had, and I will show you a little brief glimpse of the things we've got now.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spreading in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And ooh, I was done feeling hopeless, screamed out loud because it felt impossible in my bones.
So as you can see, my cupboards aren't full, they're not bursting at the seams, but they're also not empty, and there are some little treasures that I found in there. So I have made myself a little list of the things that I have got, and we have got some ribs. Alistair and I went yesterday, he's been off work yesterday, today and tomorrow I believe. So he was like, come on Kay, let's go on an adventure. So we went into Manchester and we went to Wing Yips, the Chinese supermarket, just for a mooch around, and we picked up some ribs and some barbecue sauce and some nice noodles. So that's a meal for tonight. We also got a cheeky little takeaway on the way back in the car for lunch. So by the time we got to dinner, we weren't hungry. The kids had already had a hot meal at school and at preschool, so we just made them an omelette and they were absolutely fine. We just weren't hungry. We'd stuffed our faces on our little adventure and we didn't end up eating tea. So the ribs that we were going to have last night, we're going to have tonight instead, and I'm really, really looking forward to those. So we're going to have like Chinese ribs with barbecue sauce, and that is going to be absolutely delicious. We also have in the freezer some pork mince, some chicken. We have not a lot of chicken, but some chicken. We've got a packet of chicken nuggets. I've got some basa fillets, which I meant to do fish tacos with not so long ago, but never got around to it. So that is back on the meal plan because I've also got the tortilla wraps. And we have some beef mince because Alistair decided to go to the butcher's at the weekend and get some beef mince like you do. So yeah, we've got plenty of like meat options, and then in the cupboard I have fusilli pasta, spaghetti, rice, noodles, tortilla wraps, bread, potatoes, so there's plenty of things there to keep us going too. I've also got 2 tins of beans, tomato soup, tuna, chopped tomatoes and passata. So when you think about it, there's actually quite a lot of ingredients there that we can be using during this week that are going to help see us through until payday. I'm not gonna lie, payday's a Friday. It's gonna be a takeaway day, and I haven't actually planned that on here, but never mind. We are having a takeaway on Friday. So my meal plan: barbecue ribs and veggie rice. So I thought we'd just do the barbecue ribs. I've got some sweet corn, I've got some peas, I think I've got some frozen carrots as well. Throw all of that in, make a nice veggie rice to go with it. That's one meal done. Nice and tasty. Veggies in there, so it's a little bit healthy. That will do. The next one is spaghetti bolognese. I've got spaghetti, I've got a bit of cheese, I've got some beef mince, I've got passata, I've got garlic, I've got all those things. We can make a bolognese nice and easy. I've put basa soft tacos. Basically we buy the frozen basa fillets. They're really tasty, and I just thought I would slice those up, and I'm probably, right, let's not lie, I'm going to end up going to the Co-op at some point this week, because that's what happens when you don't do your food shop and you don't plan it properly. But I'm not going to spend as much as I would on a usual shop, so I think I'm going to go to the Co-op. I'll probably get an avocado and a lime, and we can make some soft tacos. So we'll put the fish in, and we'll put some avocado in. I'll get some tomatoes, I'm going to add those to my list, tomatoes, and a bit of lime juice. We'll season the fish, cook that really nicely, and I think that would be a really nice picky meal for us all to have together. I've also put tuna mayo jackets, just because, you know, it's easy. Who doesn't love a jacket potato? Pork meatballs. Now Alistair bought this pork mince a couple of weeks ago, and I can't remember what I said I was going to do with it, but I didn't do that with it. So I'm thinking pork meatballs, but because we don't have many tomato based, you know, like passata, chopped tomatoes, I'm thinking I'm going to do it IKEA style, and do them in like gravy and serve them with pasta. Not sure, but there's definitely something that we can make out of that. Beans on toast. I mean, you can't go wrong with beans on toast, can you? And I have put for the last meal on my list a takeaway, because there's this new Mexican place, and I went round to my friends a couple of weeks ago and we ordered from there, and it was so good, and I've been trying to convince Alistair to go for ages, but yeah, we just haven't. So we are having that Mexican takeaway when I get paid on Friday. Now when it comes to breakfast and things, we are quite low on cereal. I'm just looking up there now. There's not a lot of cereal, but there are porridge oats, there's bread, there's enough cereal to last us, and we might get some eggs, might not get some eggs. It all just depends. I feel like this isn't a very useful meal plan, but I'm hoping that it's useful because it shows that, you know, we don't always meal plan properly, we don't always food shop properly, and some weeks this is just the way it goes. We do trips to the Co-op and we do little top-ups and we make do with what we've got. We get takeaways, and that is all absolutely fine. There is no shame on doing those things, and no shame on getting takeaways or buying little bits here and there as you want it. You've got to do what's right for you. This week, this is what's right for us. And I could have gone and done my normal Aldi shop and sort of, you know, done everything right so that it looked good on YouTube, but this is just how we are choosing to be this week. So hi, this is us. Lunches, I've got bread, I've got cheese, I've got cream cheese, I've got pasta, so I might make Megan up some pasta pots to take to school. Oh, something's just come through the letterbox and it made me jump. I might make Megan up some pasta pots to take to school. We've got loads and loads of bits of fruit that need using up, so I'm not going to go out and buy much on that front. I might get some bananas. But yeah, I mean, this is probably the most useless video that I've done meal planning wise, but also it's important to keep it real. And this is real, this is how we are choosing to do things this week, and I'm not ashamed of that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, even if it has just been me sitting here rambling and not showing you the exciting things that there are in the shops. But yeah, you do you. Whatever works for you, make sure that that is what you do. Make sure you do what makes you happy, and never feel pressure from videos where people seem to always be organised and have it sorted, because they don't, just like I'm proving this week. I'm going to go now and get some stuff done around the house. I hope you have a lovely day, whatever it is that you are doing, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!